Hello traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Monday, October 26th, 2015. Traders coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Early in the morning, bright blue sunny skies, nice cool breeze, and absolutely beautiful on the beaches. Traders, great to be with you on our new start of the trading week. Remember, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit us at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. So traders, we've got some news to talk about, and we've got some commentary, and of course we have our 6 currency pairs that we want to talk about and our trade plans for today. But before we get started with that, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I will tell you that I do this during the Asia session. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006. In 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand to celebrate my retirement, and I was only supposed to be here for 3 months. Well, traders, I'm in my 8th year and absolutely love it. I love trading in the Asia time zone. Thailand is great. The food is good. The people are good. Everything is good. It's quite a great place to retire and just kick back. Alright, so what I look for is I look for opportunities and probabilities that are on my side of the trade where I have a good chance of being profitable and I get a W in the win column. Traders, I do not win every trade. Don't let anybody tell you they win every trade. They're lying to you. Right? So what I'm looking at is I'm looking at price action. I'm looking at candlestick patterns. I'm listening to fundamentals. I think that's just so important that you listen to fundamentals and understand what's going on around the world. Remember, we trade macro, right? We trade macro. We trade globally. If you're trading the euro dollar, we're just not worried about the euro and the dollar. We're worried about what is the Aussie doing, what's New Zealand doing, what's Switzerland doing, what's Norway doing. You know, what we trade globally because it affects our trades. No matter what trading currency you're in, you need to know what's going on. And then, of course, you need to pay attention to your economic calendar. All right, traders, let's get the legal stuff out of the way. That's enough about me. Forex trading has a large potential of rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, most importantly, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's get a move on. Let's see what's happening here. Not a lot of data coming out on a Monday. Remember, New Zealand is on a bank holiday today, so Asia is very quiet, and we have no Aussie news coming out in Asia today. So if you talk about high-impact news events, the big one is we have German IFO business climate that comes out. Wow. I guess that's at the start of the London session, if that's correct. London changed its time zone, so like I'm all messed up. I think they actually come out, they come out at the opening of the London session. The German IFO comes out because that will be 4 p.m. my time is the actual open of London today for the next week until the U.S. Changes times next weekend. In the U.S. session today, 30 minutes after the open, we have, 30 minutes after the open, we have new home sales coming out, and that's a medium impact news event. So we only have one high impact news event, so not too much in the data. I think it's going to be a slow day, folks. We have had a huge sell-off Thursday and Friday in the markets. And let me just show you that, and let me go over the indices. The Dow 30 closed in the green at 0.90%. The S&P 500 closed 1.10%. The NASDAQ closed 2.26%. And the small cap 2000 closed 0.62%. So let's head on over to the Eurozone, where the DAX closed up 2.88%. The FTSE 100 closed up 1.06%. The CAC 40 closed positive 2.53%, and the Euro Stoxx 50 closed positive out of Frankfurt at 2.17%. Let's head on over to Asia. Now remember, these countries are currently trading as our markets are open. The Nikkei 225 is up 1.18%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is up 0.34%. The China A50 is up 1.01%. And the Hang Seng is positive 0.85%. And the Kospi out of Seoul is up 0.14%. So that is what is going on with our economic calendar and how the markets closed and how Asia has opening up, all in the green. All right, let's head over to, that was the news. Now let's go to the commentary. Okay, so what we have here today is Thursday we had Draghi speak, huge sell-off. I mean, the euro is now back down to, the euro is actually down to, what is it, 1064 or something, 1039? Yeah, 1039 the euro is down. So this thing just absolutely sold off Thursday and Friday. From the Draghi speech, it was a very dovish. You know, one thing about Draghi, you got to admit, the guy shoots from the hip. He does not pull no punches. He's not a Bernanke, a Greenspan, or a Yellen. He tells it the way it is. He does not pull any punches at all. If it's bad, he's going to tell you it's bad. And I got to give the guy credit for that. So everything is sold off. All the 6 currency pairs are in a downtrend on these 30-minute charts, and we're just gonna work them, and we're gonna continue to take that move. The only, like I said, issue today is that it's Monday. There's no data, and we've had this huge sell-off. And usually, when you get a big sell-off like this and a lot of pips on a Friday, what happens is Monday usually ends up being a dud. But, you know, I've been proven wrong before, and I hope I'm proven wrong on this one because I would like to get some pips today. On a Monday, it's a great way to start your trading week. Let's get started with our currency pairs. This is the euro dollar. You can see the big sell-off. Sold off on Friday. Absolutely beautiful. Trade plans just worked out great, I think, on all the pairs on Friday that we did. So just really good stuff. All right, so we can see price action there is at 1031. We want this just back to pull up a little bit higher, as close as we can get to that daily pivot point at 1049, and we'll sell it. Okay, we'll sell it, and we'll take profit at 1.0985. So nice little trade there. Oh, actually, it's not a little trade; it's a pretty good sized trade. You know, it's almost a 60 pip trade right there if it works in our favor. So if you don't get in exactly where I have an entry, don't worry about it. As long as you can get break even. Remember, capital preservation is the key to success in Forex. Have enough capital to trade tomorrow, right? Trade tomorrow, okay? So that's what we want to make sure. So as long as you can get to break even, plus like 3, 4, 5, whatever, cover your spread, make a couple of pips in the pip bank. If for some reason you get whacked and stopped out. Always have your economic calendar up, and I strongly suggest, and there are free sites out there where they actually have a live guy that talks. Rand Squawk, I think, has free, where you can actually sign up for them. I think it's through Forex Live, and you can actually get a live person. I trade for my newsfeed, and it's worth every penny. All right, let's go over the pound dollar. Pound dollar, again, a nice sell-off. It's been in a bearish mode for quite a while. You can see it went sideways for, wow, a long time. What's that, 3 weeks went sideways. It was horrible. Actually, finally broke out with this data. Now, we're sitting here at support, and we want this to pull back. This has got to pull back. We can't take this trade here, folks. So we want to see this pull back as close as we can to this 53.52. That magenta line is a daily pivot, and it's a 38.2 fib. So let's see if we can get this to pull back and then take the move to the downside. So you're saying to me, well, what happens if it doesn't and it just continues down? All right, so what you need to do is, if you go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles, that blue candle, right, that wick that's touching on the fib line, if you put a trend line there and it breaks it, gives you a retest, now that trend line is resistance, right? Then you can sell it. We're not breaking the rules, because what are the rules? We sell at resistance and we buy at support. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar is moving nicely to the downside. It's inching its way up to this 200 exponential moving average. If it does that, before the London Open, that's great. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's get the move on. If it doesn't do it and we get below this daily pivot point, we need a retest, right? It needs to retest it, which it's done already, but we need it to do it again, and then we can sell it because we're selling at resistance and we're taking it down. The only thing I don't like is that there's a lot of Forex junk left of the chart. Look at left of the chart below the daily pivot point. And you have to fight through that to get through that. And I'd like to take profit at 0.7207. So I'd like to see this pull up. Let's get as close as we can to this 200 exponential moving average and then sell it. That would be the best trade plan for today. Here's the Euro Aussie just sinking on down, doing its job. I'd like to see this pull back. This pair is good about pulling back. It might take some time, but it is good about pulling back, so we'd like to see this pull back. But I'll tell you, it's in Asia when I record this, and this thing's just dribbling its way down. The same rules apply from the last chart to this chart. So, but we want to get to this as close to this daily pivot point as possible, and really we'd like to get above it. We'd really like to get all the way up to the R1 at 53.95. I don't think that's going to happen today, folks. I think if you get a daily pivot point and a bearish candlestick formation, you probably could take your trade. I don't know. You're going to have to reanalyze this once we get into the London session, like 2 hours before London. So we're at 52.65. Well, that's all right. If we get close to that daily pivot at 52.65, say, and we get out at 51.75, right? That's a 40 pip trade. So I'm okay with that. So we have a couple of options with this Euro Aussie trade and how we're going to trade it. So just keep that in mind. You have some options here how you want to do that and how you want to trade it. Okay? All right. Or you can just enter the trade now, and I usually don't talk about stocks because I don't know what your situation is, but you can, just take the trade now, put your stop above the daily pivot at the 23.6 fib at 53.10. And just take the trade now and see if it'll just continue to the downside. That's not a bad idea either. All right, here's the Euro Yen. Gotta love the Euro Yen, just in a bearish move. We just need this to pull back. Now, I've really been liberal on this. I want this to come back up to 134.24, which is the R1, and we'll take it back down again. We know we're going to get a bounce at the daily pivot, but we'll see what happens as time moves on and we get closer to the London Open. But right now, it's not doing anything. It's dribbling down. I mean, to be honest with you, since Asia, it's come down from 133.85, and it's currently at 133.45. So it's come down 40 pips already since the Asia Open. So, it's dribbling its way down. I don't know if we're going to get these pullbacks that we're looking for. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar, one of my favorite pairs to trade. We just need this to pull back up and get as close as we can to the 200. However, I am prepared to take the trade here because there's plenty of pips at 0.6755. We'll get out at 0.6703. That's a nice 50 pip trade. So if I get a bearish candlestick formation, I'll be more than happy to sell this right where it's at. I have no problem with doing that, but I'm not going to do it on a blue candle. Right? I want a red candle. I want a bearish candlestick formation. Okay? And then I will be more than happy to sell it. I'd probably wait for the second one, by the way, traders, just to get confirmation that this is serious about heading to the downside. All right, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for being with me on a Monday. Looking forward to and excited about our week ahead. Some really good trading and some good stuff coming out. It's great to start a new week fresh, rested. However, I have to tell you, I actually did like 10 hours of Forex homework yesterday. Did a lot of studying and a lot of work yesterday, getting ready for this week. So I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Saturday I took the day off, had a great time with friends and loved ones, and Sunday was a work day for me. So. All right. Traders, have a great trading day, and always remember to trade smart and not hard. And we'll catch you next time. Take care now. Bye-bye.